Hampshire Avenue and at the intersection of Blair Road and Riggs Road to determine what could be done. In over 15 years, they've come out numerous times and determined that the volume of traffic on those two streets were insufficient to change anything. It didn't address side streets, it addressed those major thoroughfares.
They talked about redesigning the intersection at Blair Road and Riggs Road, designing that whole intersection and putting that light, that pedestrian light at first in Riggs Road, but none of that's been done.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I think there was a public meeting I didn't go to a few weeks ago to talk about those issues. So I can.
What does that mean?
It wasn't a deal. I mean, it was like, I think it was an ANC meeting. I think Sandy Washington and her.
Oh, 4 or 5.
Yeah. Because they had the same concern about Blair and the school and and Fort Totten Drive. So
Did you get that bike trailer? But they talking about also putting a crossing guard or guard at that.
yes, there was a request for an additional crossing there. That was part of that. Yeah.
Where on First and
I
Riggs?
believe. Well,
First in Blair Road and Riggs Road and
I
Blair.
don't remember. It might have been
Regular
First and
school.
Riggs, where I think they just have a school personnel, and then also some request for.
They got staff, just to staff,
Yeah.
teachers and stuff out there.
Councilman Todd is waiting for an answer to what we want to do.
Yes.
One of the suggestions was to put it on hold. Are we in agreement with that?
Yes.
Put it on hold.
Put it on hold.
Can I say something? I've lived here for 25 years and I also ride a bike. And I'm gonna be riding a bike, I think you're gonna be riding. People that ride are gonna be riding. And until we get a permanent, good trail, we like to have the safest possible route, interim route. And I don't know if some of this proposal could be considered as an interim route while we look into why can't we put it along the woods, which does seem like a pretty good idea. But the 3 years part, meanwhile, people are gonna be riding possibly dangerously on Blair Road as it is right now and getting hit or whatever. I just think it just might be, if we look at the best solution for the final way to do it and come up with improvements in what the temporary route now, I don't know if you're very familiar, it goes pretty circuitous, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, to the pastor's question, do we agree to put it on hold?
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
And I
When
was
you
speaking
say
against
put
putting it
it on hold.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? Because it would seem to me that from earlier discussion, you want the Park Service to move ahead expeditiously to explore the environmental impact of the route that you prefer. So you don't want that on hold.
No.
That's on the park.
They had plans.
That's only two parks.
We want to
Wait a
fast
minute,
track.
wait a minute, go ahead, Pastor.
I said, at present, they had plans to move forward with using McDonald Place and First Place. So that's what the question is. Do we want to put that on hold?
Oh, yes, that part. That is not have the bike trail go down McDonald or down First Street at this point.
Do we know the full
Yeah.
features of that segment? Like, do we know whether it's gonna be a trail or if it's gonna be a bike lane or if they're gonna?
Now, he's saying lane.
I apologize, I got here late, so I apologize for
Sir,
He said lane.
it's a lane.
It's a lane.
Because
street.
it's a street,
It's
it's
two
not a
different
trail.
It's two different things.
So it's provisional, just like Third Street is.
Yeah. It's just, on First, it's not a lane, it's just bikes riding on the street with those little symbols. And on McDonald, it's a bike lane going one way and motor vehicles and bikes going the other way. So there's no change in the number of traffic lanes, there's no change in the number of parking. It's just riding on the street with the traffic calming and the new signals.
And Jim, if I may ask the neighbors, because I don't live here and I apologize, are there lots of people that are driving through First Street?
No.
Driving through, yes.
Driving through.
First Street.
And the second question, sorry,
You got that
Just a minute, just a minute. And are they, do you feel like they're speeding?
Yes.
Yes.
And I ask those two questions because when I ride on 3rd Street, which is on the other side, it's a little bit wider, but at the same time, because there's more bicyclists nowadays. By the way, when Metro was down, there were tons of us out there. So
So I'm trying to answer your question, I ask you a question. So
we do slow down the traffic a little bit. So it's safer for everybody that is living there and kids.
So First Street is narrow.
Uh-huh.
2 cars cannot pass each other on First Street. You can only go one at a time. And you've already had to repair, people have to, that live on First Street, have had to repair their cars where their their mirrors get knocked off when people hit their cars. So that I've seen actual fist fights on First Street when there's snow, because when you pack the snow on the side, then it's just one lane and people don't wanna give and yield to the other car, and they've gotten out of their car and they fought in the street. So it's a narrow street as it is today with nothing changed about it. Okay, so that was one of your questions. And if people speed, I've seen cars that end up in my neighbor's yard under their tree. I've seen accidents happen. We have